Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Kristen Cross. I am the Georgia Middle School PE Virtual Specialist. I am also a middle school physical education and health teacher. Today I wanted to discuss some rainy day whole group activities and games. During this presentation I wanted to discuss some of the favorite games of my students when we have whole group days. One of them is called mat ball. The second one's called flicker ball. Third one is called ultimate handball. Fourth one is speed ball, and the last one we play is called four-way volleyball. This first game is called mat ball. It is a rendition of Danish rounders and kickball. We set up 4 gym mats at the corners of the gym, so we typically use our old gymnastics mats as bases, and we typically use a deflated volleyball. That's what we found is usually best. Simple rules: if a player is on offense, you are just simply going to kick the ball into the playing area and run to the first base or mat. The students are told that they can stop there or they can continue on to the next mat whenever they want. If they are playing on defense, the fielders basically just get the ball and pass it into the pitcher, who is standing in the center circle of the gym, and the pitcher's responsibility is to touch the ball to the center of the circle. We call this downing it, and it stops play. Here are some of the rules that we use for mat ball. If the ball is downed before the runner reaches a base, the runner is out. If the ball is caught in the air, the runner is out. And if the ball hits anything in the ceiling, the runner is out. We tell the runners they can continue to run bases and add points until they are out or want to stop and kick again. We do add fun elements like home runs off the back wall. We have a big panther mural, so we say if it hits the panther in the head anywhere, it's worth 10 points plus however many people are on base. We use the backboards of the basketball goals, so that's worth a different number. And then obviously our big one is if they kick it into the basket, that's worth like 25 points because it's a very rare occasion that that occurs. Flickerball is played by 2 teams consisting of 7 court players. The rest of the players on the team will line up on the sideline of the court. This game can be played as a large group on a full basketball court or in smaller teams depending on your gym setup. The equipment needed includes a basketball goal, foam footballs, and cones for marking boundaries. As you can see below, I have included a picture showing the setup of a full court basketball flickerball game. The game is started with a jump ball. Once the offense gains possession of the ball, they are able to hand or toss in any manner, backwards or laterally, to any court player. They can also pass to their sideline player. The court player may not run with the ball towards their goal. If a player catches the ball on the run, they have 3 steps to stop. A violation of this rule results in a loss of possession. The other team gets the ball at that spot. A player cannot hold the ball for more than 5 seconds. A violation of this rule again results in a loss of possession. All sideline passes and shots on goal must be made with one hand overhand passes. Forward passes can only be completed by sideline players. Anytime the ball is fumbled or a pass is incomplete, it is a free ball. After a goal is scored, the ball is inbounded under the goal. A player has 5 seconds to inbound the ball. The sideline players cannot score field goals, but can throw to court players for touchdowns. The sideline players are not allowed to move more than 1 step to catch the ball. When the ball goes out of bounds, an opponent of the player who last touched the ball in bounds will be given possession at that point out of bounds. Here's how we use scoring for our game of flickerball. A touchdown, catching it over the goal line, is worth 2 points. A field goal is scored by shooting the ball into the basket for 3 points. If a court player strikes the face of the backboard while shooting a goal, they score 1 point. Ultimate handball is another fun activity for my students. We use the same rules of ultimate, such as the 3 steps and 3 seconds, but we use a smaller rubber or foam ball. Below you'll see a picture of how I set up my gym and split it into 3 different courts to play smaller sided games. In between each of the courts is an area for students to sit that are substitutes or an entire team getting ready to rotate in. Ultimate handball is a game that can have up to 4 to 5 players. The game is played very well with 3-on-3 with some subs rotating in every minute or 2. Each point begins with both teams lining up on the front of their respective end zone line. The offense must pass the ball to the teammate outside the zone. The defense leaves their end zone after the first pass. To score, each time the offense completes a pass in the defensive end zone, the offense scores a point. Play is initiated after each score. A player cannot run the ball in for a score. It must be a pass, and 1 foot must be in bounds. Some equipment needed include cones for marking end zones and a foam or rubber handball. The ball may be advanced in any direction by completing a pass to a teammate. Players may take up to 2 to 3 steps before or after they receive the ball if they're playing outside. Typically, if we're playing indoors, we recommend no steps to be taken. The person with the ball has 3 seconds to pass or throw the ball. The defender guarding the thrower marks out a stall count for up to 3 seconds. Change of possession. This is when a pass is not completed. For example, it goes out of bounds, or it's dropped, or blocked, or intercepted, and the defense immediately takes possession of the ball and becomes the offense. Again, for large gyms, you can split them into 3 to 4 smaller courts using the cones for end zones. This is just a quick picture of my setup that I use for Ultimate Handball. Speedball is a combination of various sports based on your space. I have played 2 different versions in my main gym with basketball hoops and in my auxiliary gym. What is so fantastic about this game is that the teacher can modify it in any way they want, and the students still love to play it. One version my students play was a football-soccer version. I used the basic ultimate rules for passing in the air and scoring, and then added soccer rules as well. Students had a choice of scoring football style, catching it behind an end line, or soccer style, using pop-up goals. Basically, it's soccer on the ground and ultimate football in the air. In this version, students are allowed to score 3 different ways. Football, by catching it in the end zone, basketball with a layup or shot, and soccer using pop-up goals. No basketball dribbling, because if it hits the ground, it's soccer. 4-way volleyball is also known as cross-net, and it is a great whole class activity. To set up, you need 4 volleyball nets using a center volleyball standard in the middle of the gym. Then you would have 4 more standards on the outside of the lines to make a giant cross. Gameplay. A player from the 4th square serves diagonally to the 2nd square or court. That team can return the ball with up to 3 hits to any square, and the rally begins. When the ball lands in a team's square, they are awarded a point. Once they get to 5 points, they are eliminated, and the game play continues until a winning team is determined. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. I hope you found this information helpful and applicable to your classroom. I have provided my contact information if you have any questions